Man, where is she now? She's somewhere.
Sharkeisha out here.
Yeah, she got to be locked up. She got to be locked up.
Yes.
She's out here managing a Wendy's.
Like,
Keeping
imagine
things in order.
you in the club. Like, what if Sharkeisha was like a stripper and she like, it was like, you want to dance? He was like, nah. He's like, nigga, you gonna take this dance.
Yeah. I'll take the dance. I'm
I'm gonna be honest with
Sharkeisha
you.
down.
It's not the first time I've been bullied out of my money at a strip club.
Yeah, strip club is wild.
So Papp. Yeah, strip clubs is wild.
The government growing babies, microchips in your anus. All koala bears are racist. The ozone layer owes me money. Martians invented turkey stuffing. Y'all can't tell me nothing.
If the rhythm feels good, baby, let me hear you say, welcome to another episode of My Mama Told Me.
A podcast where we dive deep into the pockets of black conspiracy theories.
And we finally worked to prove that Bluey is in fact a secret operative employed by the Crips to increase their membership in the 4 to 8 years old age bracket.
Whoa!
It's been in front of our eyes the whole time, cuz I'm David Boyd.
God damn. I'm Langston Kerman and I'm a believer.
Come on.
That makes perfect sense. You make kids fall in love with the color blue. Suddenly, Crips become more attractive as an option versus the Bloods, who are an exact opposite. And they don't even really have like a red character on there that really be popping up like that.
Exactly. Because what happened was, I believe that Lil Wayne took a lot of the press. And then it's had to, they're in search of a rebrand.
Yeah.
In these later years. And I get it. And that show seems to be entertaining. I've never watched it. I didn't even know if he was blue. I had to look it up when I was writing this on the plane.
First of all, watch your goddamn mouth. She is blue.
Oh, whoa, hey, see,
and,
look at that.
She and her sister, Bingo, are maybe some of the greatest entertainers that have ever walked this planet Earth. And we honor them here at the podcast. Crip, hooray.
Bluey and Bingo sounds like, it does sound like some Ratchet Sisters if I ever heard two names together.
Just two little Australian hood rats.
Yeah, like
around.
my mom won't let me go to Bluey and Bingo's house.
They be lighting stuff on fire.
Yeah,
over there.
last time I came home from there, I smelled like cigarettes.
Yeah, we have a phenomenal guest here today. We have a wonderful show. Prepared? Is it ever prepared? Have we ever prepared anything for this show?
I told you I wrote that down on the plane 4 hours ago, so that's pretty good.
That's solid preparation for us. I would say 4 hours out is as far out in preparation as we've ever done, and we're proud of that. So if you're a listener, you're a goddamn idiot, and you're being bamboozled by two dudes who basically show up and just say nothing.
Come on.
That said, our guest today, he be saying stuff.
Come on.
He's a man who says the shit, and he probably prepares a lot of stuff. He's so funny. He's a hilarious comedian. He has, and I'm quoting him here. This is what he told me. He said he has a Netflix special on YouTube that you can go check out. And goddamn, is he funny? We're so happy he's here.
Wait, also, he's got a Bluetooth on right now.
Oh, that is worth mentioning. Yeah,
come on, man. Come on.
In the years that we've been doing this show, no one has ever showed up and we go, hey, do you have headphones? And they go, yes, I do. And then pops in a Bluetooth. Until today, until our guest today, he is
a big day.
He is a legend for that, if nothing else.
Really a legend in 2 games.
Give it up for Papp Johnson, everybody. Yeah.
So is that Steven Seagal?
Yes.
It is Steven Seagal.
Great pull.
So
Great pull.
I'm gonna get my second Bluetooth.
Damn, that's true. Langston did promise him a second
promised.
Bluetooth if he could guess that artist.
I said, guess that artist and we'll buy you a second Bluetooth. And nigga, you knew I was lying, but good for you for pulling Steven Seagal out of the wind either way. That's a good ear.
That was solid. Now you can have two conversations while you're also working a grill.
Hold on, Sheila. Yes.
Did you ever have a Bluetooth when it was? I never had it at the height of it, and I wanted one bad.
I thought there was a moment where it was going to transition into a younger crowd. And I thought maybe I could be at the forefront of that transition. Do you know what I mean? Where it was like, because it was always an old nigga's choice, but then it started to become like a cool choice.
For a second. I think
Very
Busta Rhymes had
briefly.
one in a video.
Pap, you don't believe this.
You were never...
Bluetooth was never hidden. I never wanted to look like a telemarketer.
Bro,
and yet
you have
here
one
you
in
are.
right now.
You're literally speaking to us via Bluetooth.
Yo, that's a crazy day.
You're speaking to us via the worst satellite in the sky.
It's a circumstance. It's a circumstance.
What's the circumstance?
This is a Beats by Dre, the little hook things. I just lost the other earphone.
Okay. All right. That's less fun.
Still feels like Bluetooth to me, bro. It looks like Bluetooth.
Once it's
you touch it.
Yeah.
That's how the technology works. You have to touch it.
You gotta touch it to talk.
What was that? What'd you say?
And that's also part of Bluetooth culture, is you have to not be able to hear the person you're talking to at all times.
No, it does not connect well.
Mm-mm.
I can't believe. So you didn't want, I wanted one. I would say the only technology I ever wanted more than a Bluetooth was I just was too young. I really wanted a SkyTel pager, but there was no way to get the money that was going to take.
I wish we could bring back pagers.
I do wish we could bring that back. That chirping shit, I used to think that was so cool when you chirped in the middle of a conversation. And
I wanted to be a chirp guy so bad. Because it was always it always felt like they were having so much fun. Like, it was never a chirp like, hey, you need to pick up dishes. It was always like, oh, we're at the pool. Chirp, chirp. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We can't talk cell phone technology all episode, although, boy, do I wish we could. Papp, you came with a conspiracy that we actually addressed in our live episode. I believe you submitted a question for our live episode in Los Angeles, and it was such a good question, and obviously we're fans of yours, and so we thought it would be worth it to have a full breakdown of this conversation on a real episode here with you. And so your conspiracy was, my mama told me
the Alabama Riverfront brawl was a distraction for the aliens.
Hey, where the bitches at? It's supposed to be titties. Where the fucking titties and the bitches?
Don't get distracted by that. You focus up and you tell us exactly what you mean or believe inside of this.
First and foremost, the live show was amazing.
Thank you, brother.
Clap it up for y'all.
Thank you.
What I meant by that is, I just thought it was crazy. Like, they was telling us that, aliens is real. They was just just straight up like, we got the footage, we got all the things. And then out of nowhere, next thing you know, niggas is swimming. Niggas got shit. It was like some shit we had never seen in our lifetime before.
I like that was the biggest shock for you. It was like, this nigga's swimming?
That wasn't the biggest shock for you?
And what was crazy to me was that people didn't really hear this, but they had said that aliens are walking amongst us. And there are aliens that are basically 6'5", 6'4" black guys. And then the brawl happened.
Are you telling us something?
Yeah, what's happening over there?
I was just like, hey, man, this feels great to me, because I thought I was autistic, so I just turned out I'm an alien. You know? Huge relief.
It could be one or the other now. You got options.
I mean, either way,
really,
it's genetic.
yeah. So I was
Or
just,
it's caused by the vaccine. We'll find out. Give it time. Give it time.
so I was just like, man, like, hold up, this is. I've never seen no black dude throw a hat up in the air. That was very alien shit. We ain't never seen no
Mm-hmm.
niggas swim to a fight. That was alien. We ain't never
Not
even
in that
seen
way.
niggas
That was insane.
banded together. Niggas
Yeah.
banded. I was like, we had never seen that. I was like, this might be the aliens for the first time.
It's also like, because listen, I think once again, like the cell phone thing, it's no surprise here. I've seen a lot of fights on the internet. I have never, and I've seen there's crazy fights on the internet. I've never seen one take hold as fast as that happened.
Yeah, there's always this thing, and I remember this culturally, where there are a lot of people who go like, I don't watch fight videos because that's just supporting more violence. That's encouraging the sickness of our society, blah, 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 blah. And this was so universally beloved by both the you know what I mean, the sickos who already were watching niggas fight on the internet, and the people who were truly like, I don't even believe in violence, but I believe in this. This is exactly what I believe in.
When was the last time you saw an internet fight that had merch? There was chair merch immediately.
Yeah.
Sharkeisha didn't even have merch.
No, Sharkeisha broke a lady's face in 2 directions, and we were like, that's just a good fight. Everybody go to bed.
That was one that slowed me down. I remember when Sharkeisha came out, I remember being like, I don't know if I should be watching this.
Yeah, that was one of those videos. Like I was like, man, they got to put her down.
Yeah.
This Sharkeisha girl is too strong.
Yeah.
We
She's a
can't
menace.
afford.
She's a menace.
Yeah, she
We
gave me
can't
the
let
same.
her reach adulthood. She's gonna turn into Thanos.
Yo, she gave me the same feeling as I had when I first watched that movie Ong Bak with Tony Jaa.
Bro.
Mm.
I was like, yo, we gotta kill this nigga right now.
Yeah.
That's it. No more karate. That's it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be nowhere. Nigga just elbow me.
Bro, he is just jumping up with knees everywhere.
The fact that nobody's ever punched another person in the face and yelled Sharkeisha like we yelled Kobe it feels like we missed an opportunity there. You know what I mean?
I
Like
think
you should deck a nigga and just be like, Sharkeisha. You know what I mean? Just fully be in it.
We could start that now. That would be amazing.
that could happen. That could
It's
go
not
down
too
for
late.
this. You ever wonder what happened to the girl that she smashed on though? Like, she needs a 2020.
I think her name is Candace Owens now.
They need to do like a surviving Sharkeisha, like the R. Kelly thing.
It's just 3 white girls lined up being like, yeah, we learned a lesson. Yeah, them big old fists taught us something that day.
Their faces are blurred to protect their identities.
Their faces are blurred to protect the permanent bruises Sharkeisha left on them. So, Papp, tell me a little bit more about where this comes from for you. You saw this video, and your immediate instinct was that this was a distraction from the aliens, or was this something that you sort of found in time through conversation with other people?
Nah. As soon as I saw, I was like, nah, bro. We got aliens out here. Why is we supposed to be the white people, regardless? But
Come on.
for this to go nationwide and be bigger than aliens, I was like, ain't no way. A nigga swimming becomes bigger than aliens.
Yeah,
one's a lot less rare.
And yeah, and I was just like, yo, like this gotta be like we ain't never seen no nigga throw a hat up in the air. He literally rebranded No Cap. So
That
off
was
top,
crazy.
it was like a signal that I didn't even know was a signal for us to like band together.
Yeah,
The motherfuckers swimming, the motherfuckers with the chairs. It was just like
the ladies with the commentary, the ladies filming and talking. That was also good.
Yeah, it was
the Avengers line of niggas with their shirt off. That was exciting.
So
when that man gets punched in the head once and then dives into the water for freedom,
yo,
All of it's pretty good.
Honestly, I think that's my favorite movie that came out this year. It's like that or Oppenheimer. It's pretty close.
Yeah, no disrespect to
Sorry, Barbie.
to you other filmmakers out there, but I think the niggas on the boats screaming, they just got it. They got that Scorsese thing that he had when he was young.
Yeah, so in about 10 years, I feel like we'll be able to have a documentary about this and find out what really happened, because this was like the Black Boston Tea Party to me.
Yeah.
No, they were fighting about taxation without representation.
Yeah.
But the person who started it was John Hancock, and he was the richest nigga in Massachusetts. He had his own shit. He was like, man, fuck this. He could afford it. He could afford it, but he was like, nah, I'm gonna prove a point. So I'm really looking forward to seeing, if these niggas was aliens. I watched, Contact with Charlie Sheen. He was he was an alien. Could be one of them motherfuckers from MIB. It could be like a little nigga inside somebody's head.
Oh, so if I'm understanding you correctly, because I do want to make sure that we're framing this conspiracy as clearly as possible. Your argument is not that the government promoted this fight for the sake of distracting from the aliens. You are in fact suggesting that these black people were aliens beating the shit out of white oppressors.
Yeah, and they was like, hey, brother, heat is on. How can we get this off, man?
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, like they were like, they're on to us. Let's stage this fight.
we got to do something. We got to
clear this up.
And they're like, we're already black. Craig could swim fast as hell.
Let's just do a bunch of stuff they're not used to all at once.
Yeah, in one video.
And
see if that's enough to distract.
I've been to Jamaica, and even them niggas don't be in the water. So I was just like, this shit it blew my mind.
That's the thing.
Damn.
Never in my mind would I think jump in the water to go help somebody else fight. You're gonna have to catch that fade, my man.
Like if it just me personally, I'd have been like, damn shame what they're doing to that guy over there. I would never there's no
can't
distance
believe
I would jump in the water and swim to.
I can't believe the way they're beating the shit out of my only son. I pray that he's all right when this is finished.
That's what he gets for swimming over there.
Just think about that. All them black people we saw in Alabama, not one person had a gun on them. Like that was my first thought was like, I'm gonna shoot somebody. I'm not about to go swim to the fight. I'm not about to throw hands. Like we just gonna shoot somebody in the leg, below the waist. I know you get less time for below the waist. So,
that is I will say that is a surprising element that I had never considered. We're talking about a very sort of like open carry ass state with a lot of people who had been drinking, who had been like kicking it, who had every reason to have their weapons on them. And not one gun was pulled, not even the threat of it. Like, motherfuckers were getting punched in the head and not one person was like, I'll fix this.
Yeah.
I know exactly how to solve this problem.
I'm going to air this bitch out.
Yeah. Nobody threatened to go to a trunk.
Nah. Or a different pontoon. Nothing. They just... Hold up. I'm going to my pontoon. Everybody start running. He got a harpoon, run! Like nothing.
So I'm just like, nah, it shit don't add up, man. It really don't add up.
I mean, to the greater point, call me a sheeple if you want to. I did completely forget about the aliens when this came out.
Yeah.
I stopped talking about it. I stopped thinking about it. And I mean, we texted about it. And you were like, oh, watch it from this angle. Watch it from like we didn't talk about the aliens. Like it worked. It worked perfectly well.
If this was in fact a distraction, it was an effective ass distraction, I think, for all of us.
Oh yeah, man. Them aliens is good, man. Them aliens is real good.
Goddamn. Well, fuck. This,
wait.
I mean,
here's my one question about the aliens as well. You said it. You said it was 6'4" black dudes. In
Yeah,
general,
where'd that
that's what they
come
say,
from?
aliens?
That's a good question, David. Where the fuck did you hear that?
It was on the Shade Room.
like DJ Envy said, nah.
DJ Envy says 6'4" aliens are trying to talk to his wife, and he doesn't like it. It's making
They
him
disrespecting
angry.
my wife.
These aliens. I had enough of these aliens.
Man,
So.
talk about light skin rage in a guy.
Wow.
Yeah, wait though. Where did you hear that part? Because I didn't know about that.
It was a part of the full video when they talked about all the shit that they when they released all the shit about the aliens, because they had a press conference. So I watched.
Yeah.
I'm big in the aliens and extraterrestrials and all that. So I watched all that shit.
Okay.
And you're
So
saying that it's somewhere in the messaging that didn't go viral was him communicating that the aliens are hiding in plain sight, largely disguised as tall black men.
Yeah. So I'm gonna send y'all the video, the article, just so I
like
could,
that.
I like to back up my theories with receipts, but that's what they saying. They trying to
Good
get
for
rid
you.
of tall
We don't do
niggas,
that
so.
over here. So
No. I'm not going
We
to think
just-
about this again.
yeah, we just be saying stuff.
Wait. So, did you ever read that book, Behold a Pale Horse?
I don't read. Come on, man.
All right. Well, never mind. I'm out.
You don't want to at least tell us about it.
No,
You're
because
just
I
like,
didn't
no.
read it. A bunch of kids I knew a bunch of kids in junior. It was like a book that like kids who went to juvie read. Like like bad. It was like a bad kids book. But they talk about like aliens and shit like that in there. But I was wondering about it.
Boy, you know what book I will read though?
Huh?
I'm Black, and I went to Yale.
Okay.
It's a Southside reference.
Oh, I was like, cool, man. Oh, did Adam Bethune say that?
Yeah, it was
Man,
Adam
that guy
Bethune.
got me. I don't want to like talk about your show on your show, like showception. Adam Bethune made me laugh, man.
Oh, that's you guys are dumb. You're sweet.
I
But
loved
dumb.
it because I was at Yale at the time that dropped, so it was
Oh, that's
hilarious
right.
to me to be like, no, this is very accurate, very
Hell
accurate.
Pap, you're really all over the place. You were in Africa one time?
Yeah, man.
You were in Africa. You went to Yale. You were in Africa one time.
How many people do those two things?
That's a lot.
That's
a busy weekend for sure.
It's funny. I'm going to Rome tomorrow. Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, see?
Yeah.
Stokes is
Damn.
going to DM me about that too. Paps in Rome! All caps. That's only for me and Paps. Sorry, Langston.
That's okay. Sometimes it's not for me, and that's just fine.
I mean, no, it's for everybody. Boy witnessed me destroy Stokes's whole machismo.
That was fucked up. You came into our house. Oh, talk about coming into our house. Our homie, he's like a video game guy. Like that's his shit. And then Pap came in and beat him at Street Fighter like quiet. No gloating, no boasting, no like, yeah, nigga, nothing. Just beat him and kind of set the controller down. And I think that I think that's why he left San Francisco. I think he had to move home.
I will say that I've read and seen a lot of interviews of people who sort of like talk about their accounts of playing against Tim Duncan and how that is the most frustrating experience they've ever had on the court is because he won't say a word to them while he just demolishes their life. And I think that probably hurts even more than a nigga being like, fuck you, I eat your wife out or whatever the fuck they be saying.
That's crazy. That's crazy trash. Is that what you would say when you played basketball?
I think so. I think
I'll eat your wife out?
I think I threatened to go down on their wives. I think that's the way I'd play it.
Oh man, that's
I want you to know.
Craziest.
I want you to know I'll bust your ass, and then I'll make your lady come different than you know how to make her come.
That would get in my head though.
I'm telling
Like if
you.
I was trying to D you up and you said that would fuck me up.
Hey, what you gonna do? Go home and just have a regular dinner? No, sir. Not with that in your brain.
So you were full Kevin Garnett, huh? That's wow.
Your wife tastes like Cheerios.
Yeah, that's why I ate your wife's pussy. It's hard because it's so intimate.
Smell my lip.
Like that implies an emotional bond that I'd rather you not have.
Yeah, no, she felt safe with me.
Yeah. She doesn't even let me do that.
All right, we have gone long past this break. We're gonna take a break. We'll be back with more Papp Johnson and more My Mama Told Me.
Think the bigger the booty, the finer it is. And now we can convince her she walks switching that big old booty and all that. It ain't nothing but doo-doo in there.
We are back. Yeah. Think, brother.
Oh, man.
Oh, what was I doing? Oh, we're back. We're back over here talking about aliens with Papp Johnson. There's nothing but doo-doo in. Oh, sorry.
I guess the question I have for you before we jump into this research is, okay, you are saying that these aliens potentially are living amongst us. They're using this moment to sort of like clear the dust on the explosion that got dropped with the government, quote unquote, admitting that there are aliens. Do you think that this is their first sort of like collective appearance, or do you think that they have done things like this before in the past to distract, to free us of getting too close to their existence?
I think this is like their strategy. I think they understand humans very well. So it's like anytime y'all get some heat on me, you know how it is. Like, hey man, it's the way Kobe did it. Kobe got caught fucking bitches, and he was like, "Hey man, Shaq be fucking bitches too."
Classic Kobe.
Clear misdirected. So,
That's that Mamba mentality we respect. People always talk about the grind, but that's also part of the Mamba mentality, and you got to acknowledge that.
Yeah, and I mean, I love Kobe, man. I'm mad that he passed away because now I can't, recite my favorite Shaq line, which is "Kobe, how my ass taste."
Tell me how my ass tastes.
Like, that was a crazy move.
That was it was a wild time. Like I say that all the time, and now it's kind of sound fucked up to just. Like,
no, you can. It's like R. Kelly music. You can still do it in the house.
Yeah, I think now you just have to say it and then do this afterwards. You know what I mean? You just got to be like, "Tell me how my ass tastes." We miss you, Cole.
Yeah,
R. Kelly, original passport, bro, man.
Oh no.
Offering trips to women in Ethiopia. Yeah.
Hey, do you got your shots?
Man.
I miss that. We used to have that drop. I miss that one. That was a good drop. Okay, I did a fair amount of research on your conspiracy theory that I'd love to just get all of your thoughts on. Now, keep in mind, I did not necessarily enter this believing what you believed, that these were the aliens walking amongst us. So some of this research, I think, may not even apply all the way to what you were talking about. But let's just start at the beginning as it pertains to the possibilities of aliens actually existing, right? The observable universe, according to research, is said to contain more than 2 trillion galaxies. 2 trillion galaxies, and our galaxy alone, the Milky Way, contains more than 100 billion stars. And so now, through whatever math, motherfuckers who be mathing essentially say that each of those stars, it's basically been proven that nearly every star has at least one planet that orbits that star, which basically means that there are more than 20 sextillion, which is like 20 billion trillion worlds.
Yeah, right. That's 20 that has a lot of sex.
It's a horny ass 20.
That was just a 20 that fucks a lot.
It's 20 and it's rock hard.
It's 20 that's going to eat out your wife.
20 billion trillion worlds that potentially can contain life. And so either Earth is truly a miracle beyond explanation, or it is frankly silly for us to believe we are alone in the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I always thought. And I didn't even know. I thought the universe was half that size, and I believed it. I was like, there's a bunch of space out there. There's not another. This only happened here this one time. That's crazy.
Yeah, I like
think
that you were like,
yeah.
You were like, by my calculations, there's about 10 sextillion planets out there with life on them.
Bro, if there was 100, I'd be like, yeah, it could have happened again.
Mm-hmm.
My curiosity, you know what I always wonder about aliens is like, I don't think that we're the most efficient. Like, I want to know what their makeup is, like how they move, like what their system of propulsion and stuff is. Like, I don't think that this is probably the most efficient body makeup out there for intelligent life.
That like running ain't it.
Well, like maybe they got like 3 ankles or something. I don't know. I don't know what they got. Right. Ankles is maybe not even, it just seems like it could develop a lot of ways better than, we can't even be all that cold or all that hot. Like, that's not that good.
Yeah. I think if the human body, like, especially for babies, if they get a temperature over like 104, they're basically gonna die.
Yeah, that's a bad body.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not great setup for survival in the universe.
Bad body baby.
Bad body baby. We say that a lot on the show.
Yeah, that's one of our catchphrases.
It's like, your baby built bad, baby.
It's kind of cute, I guess. Why
I don't like it. You got a nice face, but that baby got a shitty body.
Why your baby built like Reginald Bell Johnson?
Your baby need a BBL bad.
baby
BBL.
But then the problem is, then you'll be like, damn, that baby's thick as hell.
God damn, that's a thick baby.
God damn, you see that baby had ass?
Fuck. Don't bring a baby around me. Come on, man. You gotta leave that baby somewhere else. That baby's stressing me out.
I got my wife over here. You bring that baby around.
Just think about changing your baby's diaper.
Smells like doo-doo. I'll change it. All right.
All right.
Yeah, that was
all right. Now you're going to jail, big dog.
I'm sorry.
Now you're an inmate with Sharkeisha. So with that, let's unpack a little bit of what actually happened as it relates to the July sort of explosion when this dude, David Grush, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, and frankly, I don't give a fuck. But this David Grush guy, who is a former member of the UAP stands for Unidentified Aerial Phenomena.
Players. Oh.
Unidentified aerial pimps. But he was a former member of the UAP task force, and he said that the government not only had made direct contact with flying objects that are extraterrestrial, but also had secret programs working to recover materials, both living and mechanical, from those crashed objects. Now, here's where it gets a little...
Cap.
That's where it gets a little complicated. And you're already saying cap, so I'd love to hear why you're saying that as it relates to this dude.
because I believe that we've been communicating with aliens. Like I said, I'm a big UFO guy. What I found
Mm.
out is Trump's uncle
Oh
or
shit.
grandfather is one of the original dudes that was like funding like Project Black Book or Blue Book or whatever the first like MIB type shit is.
I think it was
So
actually Green Book.
Mm-hmm.
Places
It
that
was-
we could eat on the sides of the roads,
It was-
aliens and blacks together.
It was Trump's uncle driving around Mahershala Ali looking for alien sites.
yeah, I'm telling
and
you, they
trying
over here.
chicken. They're tasting chicken, and Trump's uncle's teaching Mahershala how to eat it.
Yeah, so I think that's why we had Space Force. Like, I think if we try to do anything to Trump, he gonna send Space Force down here, and it's just gonna be a bunch of niggas for Trump. Yeah, because they gonna be aliens. They gonna be aliens, but they look
Yeah,
like niggas.
yeah.
So
I met a lady from Space Force the other day.
Did you?
word.
Yeah, my man Smashing.
Oh shit!
He's over here.
You gonna have to
Whoa.
put him on camera. Tell us
Yeah,
about
come
this.
on, come.
First of all, I'd like to shake his hand like a goddamn.
What
Yeah,
up,
put
niggas?
Star Lord.
What up, dog?
Oh, it's Star Lord.
Big on my boy. What up, Pat?
Wait,
What's up? What's happening with you?
can you hear us, boy?
Oh, he
Or-
can't
I can't hear
us.
shit.
Put the thing.
Okay,
You gotta
yeah,
tell me
it
about
doesn't
this.
help to give him the microphone. If
Yeah, Space Force is crazy.
wait, so you're having sex? If we're understanding correctly, you're having sex with a lady from the Space Force.
Yeah, she's a first sergeant in the Space Force, so yeah, she got like rank.
Whoa, and she's
That's my lady. That's my chocolate.
and she's still currently employed by the Space Force.
Oh yeah, she's like a teacher for the Space Force. She's like an instructor.
See?
So, yeah.
Damn.
She be teaching the aliens how to be niggas. I'm telling you.
Real shit. She knows something. She teaching the bonics to them niggas.
It's like those episodes of Family Matters where they teach Urkel how to walk cool.
Yeah, something like that.
What
yeah.
a manic fucking episode this is turning out to be.
I'm having a good time. This is the highlight of my day. I got a show later, but
So I'm glad that you said Cap as it relates to some of this, because it turns out that this dude, while he was in fact a member of the UAP task force, there seemed to be a few issues, complications with his testimony, namely that while he says that they've discovered the physical bodies of the quote unquote pilots that were in these planes or flying objects, he has no definitive evidence of them. And also admits that he himself has never actually seen any of these specimens. He was just repeating back shit he was told. And though he says that like part of the reason he can't talk more about the shit and have better explanations for some of the stuff is because of a public safety issue, and he's willing to do it behind closed doors, there does seem to be a little bit of a fishy quality to the way that he's approaching the entire thing.
Yeah, I think Kiki Palmer should be in charge of this, since she's the only nigga that seen and got proof of aliens. So,
Sure. Kiki's been out here kicking it with the real motherfuckers, and she probably is aware of who's an alien, who's not.
yeah, so I'm like, nah, I can't fuck with that nigga.
so you believe that he's lying and that we've always been in contact with the aliens? Like it's like you think he's downplaying it.
Yeah. I feel like like I said, even if you watch Ancient Aliens, man, like most of the shit in history, even like, damn, what is it? It's a picture of Jesus, like from way back in the day, and there's low key like a spaceship in the painting, like an actual painting.
I mean, to
has a
be fair,
spaceship in it.
people weren't that good at drawing back then. It could have been anything.
Yeah.
So
They couldn't do hands too good. So
They
yeah,
didn't have
some-
like they didn't have shading. Like it was very difficult.
So I believe that, aliens been here this whole time. I mean, we can technically consider anything that's not a human an alien. Like pigeons. I ain't never seen a baby pigeon in my life. And they just pop up.
True story.
Just pop the fuck up.
Yeah.
Right, they're full grown when we see them.
Yeah.
I got all my windows are sealed. Somehow gnats still get in my house. I don't know. I just don't know.
Mm,
So
Fruit
mm.
flies. Those are
fruit
annoying.
flies. It's a lot of shit that just don't make sense sometimes. So I just think a lot of shit is aliens. Like I said, I just found out I'm an alien. I thought I was just a regular nigga for the longest time. So
So one of the things that is happening, or at least they claim is happening as it relates to the committee, obviously this government sort of admission, whatever, is that the House Oversight Committee, which is who this dude was speaking to when he proclaimed sort of like the existence of the aliens. The House Oversight Committee is saying that they're going to subpoena him and subpoena the documents he claims exist to basically get a more detailed explanation in private of all of these things. This is where I start to take issue, and maybe this sort of aligns with what you're saying, Papp, is that when it becomes a private conversation amongst government officials, it doesn't feel like they have any more right or frankly proof of anything than we do. Like, these are
yeah,
just motherfucker. They're elected officials. Like, what difference does it make that they get to hear it privately versus us and come back and be like, yes, we talked to them. It is real or it ain't or whatever the fuck it is. It just
yeah.
becomes a lot of sort of like, it feels deceptive at that point.
Oh yeah. And it's like how it be when niggas be telling you they got a bitch and then you be like, man, show me, like, let me see you FaceTime, and you be like,
Yeah.
no, this is my relationship.
Yeah.
So
This is my relationship.
a gentleman never
Well, we have it
tells.
special.
Like, shut the fuck up.
She's not in the WNBA or whatever you claim.
So
Yeah,
nah.
it does feel like we are this conversation got handed off to the professionals, quote unquote, which is an easy way for it to get like sort of like stuffed down and hidden behind a bunch of walls that we're never going to see it again. It doesn't not remind me of like the Robert Mueller shit. Like when Trump got in trouble because they said that he colluded with Russia, whatever. And then we hired this special counsel to come resolve the issue. And then Robert Mueller comes out and he goes, yo, I did my shit and I can't definitively prove that he did, in fact, do the thing. But that's specific legal language. That's not necessarily him being like he didn't do the thing. It's just him being like, I can't prove it enough for us to take this to court. So it is what it is. Peace out. And it feels like this could be the same thing with the aliens.
Oh yeah. They're like, hey nigga, shut the fuck up.
I'm saying, as far as proof goes, I don't need 10 out of 10. Proof, I'll rock with 7 out of 10, to be honest. C- level proof.
Yeah.
I'll believe it.
And that is sort of like the government's
That's how
whole
I feel.
that is the government's whole position inside of this shit is they go, as it relates to the aliens, they specifically go, we cannot definitively prove that these unidentified flying objects are extraterrestrial. They don't say they can't. They have zero doubt or they absolutely know for sure it isn't extraterrestrial. They just say they can't for sure prove it, and therefore they won't call it that until they can.
Yeah, be like, hey man, it's some shit out there, man. I don't know who flying it. I don't know what they doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I saw it and I'm like, okay, well, that's enough.
Yeah.
I don't need you to analyze it.
But they also acknowledge that the technology that they're witnessing far exceeds any technology known to this planet, which makes it sort of this almost non-starter as far as what it actually could be.
Yeah. I mean, I believe in Godzilla. That's why I'm going to the open water. So
okay,
I can't prove it, but I'll be like, nah, I can't be the first nigga that get attacked by Godzilla. That's the way I want to.
Now, do you believe in Godzilla in Japan or all over the whole ocean?
I mean, see, Godzilla, he attacked Japan because they be wilding. They be fucking with the nukes. That's my theory. Is that Godzilla is chill. He just be having to check niggas, and every time they put a nuke in the water, he be like, "Hey, bro, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?" He gotta let them know. So it's
Yeah,
like,
Japan really needs to chill out with the nukes, not like us.
I've
who
been
are
saying for years.
super. Yeah, we've really handled our history with nuclear warfare perfectly. Not
2
like
times,
Japan,
and then we got out of the
that
game.
place
Yeah,
with
man.
no army.
Hey man, sometimes when a nigga gets slapped, you blame the nigga that got slapped. You be like, hey man, why you put your hands up?
Exactly. Also, if I only do it once, you might not think I'm going to do it again.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? I got to do it
Well,
twice,
yeah.
so now you know I have a history of doing this.
Yeah, that's where Will Smith fucked up. He should have swung again just
That's
to
what I'm
really let them
saying.
know.
Hit him with a 2-piece.
Now we know. We can't even talk slick about you, big dog.
No,
you
but
really out here.
the one just feels like, damn, he got pressed that one time. Like, you know what I mean? One just was like, oh, he was really out of character. Twice he's like, he does that.
Yeah, it's like, nah, he does. He's out here.
That's who
You ever
that
got
nigga
beat up
is.
by somebody twice? It didn't happen the third time, I promise.
No, third time you getting shot.
Yeah. Unless it's like a family, like a parent or something, and then it's just
I'll shoot you.
Yeah, you go. Once again, Alabama brawl. Somebody's got to get shot. Like,
all right, you guys are monsters. That's cool.
To the point that you made about this Alabama Riverfront brawl happening, the timing is a little curious, right? So this committee meeting happens. It's late July, and then on August, I believe 5th, essentially a week later, the Alabama Riverfront brawl happens. And I looked up the results of the brawl because I don't think
like the
obviously
winners.
the result.
the winners and losers.
You win the parlay or something?
Yeah. My ship has come in.
I wanted to see the results as it related to like criminal charges for the people that participated in this brawl, and apparently there were 13 people who were arrested and detained as a result of the brawl, including, unfortunately, the man with the folding chair, the king, the king with the folding chair, whose name, and I can't wait to tell you guys, is Reggie Ray.
Oh,
Reggie
man.
Ray with the folding chair.
I was hoping you were going to say Sharkeisha. She's
Reggie,
back.
Reggie Sharkeisha Ray with the folding chair was arrested. He was only 42, which he looked older in that video.
Yeah,
I thought
he
that was
like he was 75.
yeah, I thought that was a cool 88-year-old man out here beating the brakes off of people with a folding chair. But 13 people were arrested and detained. But, and this is where it gets especially interesting for me, is that the first 3 people to be arrested were the white guys. They started with the white guys, which historically feels very false to this country.
Unless the white guys are the humans with social security numbers and tax IDs.
And that's where I start to feel like maybe Papp is onto something. It's like, goddamn. Why historically, and it's not that I'm not rooting for the white guys getting arrested. Believe me, I am. But it feels historically like they went out of their way to seek justice against the only people they could, in fact, seek justice on, which was the human beings in this one.
Yeah, because Reggie Ray sounds like a made-up name.
It does sound.
Sounds made up as hell. Also, I don't know if you guys' computer is the same as mine, but as soon as we started talking that talk, Papp's camera cut out. I can't see him anymore.
Whoa. No, I see him fine, but...
I can't see him at all. I thought this was kind of some kind of Bluetooth thing. I don't know.
He's like, oh, my Bluetooth messing up.
He starts blowing on it.
Yeah, the 3G from his Bluetooth is disrupting the computer waves.
I appreciate that you think my Bluetooth got 3G, man.
Yeah. He's only got 2 of them.
It's got a single G on it.
It's gonna get that second G. You gotta dip it in rice. It's gonna get that second G.
Oh man.
So to this, I guess where I land in this, and Bori, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I personally don't know that I'm 100% convinced that these individuals themselves were aliens, but I do think there is a pretty legitimate case to be made that this entire incident feels like it could have been a perfect distraction on the government's part to, make it so that this conversation, which was continuing to fucking happen for longer than the internet ever has conversations, go away.
I agree. I think with the swimming and all the weird shit that happened, it is possible that these people were aliens. I think even if it was just a coincidence that this fight happened, the level that it was ramped up feels intentional in a way, because there are fights this outstanding on the internet every single day. Niggas get beat up every day, B. But like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So like, it does feel like there was some sort of like attempt to kind of ramp this one up. So yeah, I'm actually fucking. I'm with the whole thing. They could be aliens. He was swimming fast.
Fast as shit. We ain't seen niggas swim since that Terrence Howard movie.
That was a good movie.
Good movie.
No, it was not. It was.
Come on, don't do that. That was one of Bernie Mac's better dramatic performances.
Yeah.
It was that, Django Egg and Life, and The Pastor and Friday were his three best.
You sound like me when I say Held Up is Jamie Foxx's best movie. So.
Whoa.
I mean, it's a good film.
Hey, you guys are being reckless, and we don't even know if that man's still alive. I'm not gonna talk.
You talking about we just saw Rick McDonald's, right? He just put his hands in McDonald's.
Even if he alive, them hair follicles are dead. I'm not gonna talk about him.
Yeah, I feel like parts of him are dead.
Yeah, no, we can all agree parts of Jamie Foxx are dead, even if you believe he is still alive.
Yeah, I haven't heard him sing in a long time.
That voice gonna sound different.
When he was singing, though. Remember the first time you heard Unpredictable? Oof.
You talking about? I've seen the Jamie Foxx show theme song damn near once a week.
Here I
Legendary.
come. Here
I go. Yeah.
Time to get it started. You
know what to do.
Yeah.
You can do now.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Yeah, that was a trash song, but I liked it. I really enjoyed it when it was happening.
Here I go once again. Yeah, that's great.
Well, Papp, I think we did it. I think this covers the conspiracy. Certainly, I think work was done today. I don't know, quality or not. We did it. Could you tell the people where they can find you and what cool shit you have going on?
At Papp MF Johnson, Papp motherfucking Johnson on all the socials.
Yeah, we knew what the MF stood for, man. You didn't. Just so y'all know, it's not Maurice Franklin. It's motherfucking.
Yeah, that's Pat with 2 P's. Oh, I'm going to be headlining the improv show at the Hollywood Improv on September 22nd. Come out. It should be good. I get to talk a lot of dumb shit, and I got some homies on there. That should be a really good show, really fun. Other than that, I'm about to go to Rome and see where Dominic Toretto saved the Vatican. So I'm excited about that.
Iconic black man, Dominic Toretto.
Yeah. Well, we don't know.
White siblings.
His child is black. That's the only black person in that franchise.
That's
my
all
bad.
It takes.
Tyrese, I apologize.
And Luda's black. The little British lady, she's sort of black most of the time.
Yeah. And Bow Wow is in there.
Bow Wow's back, baby, and he's chubby this time, so you can root for him the way you want to.
Yeah, wow.
I like that. That's where you draw the line. You're like, hey, man, you can't make fun of Bow Wow's weight.
Yeah, we were talking about thick babies like 15 minutes ago.
But Bow Wow, who's built like a thick baby, is where you go, no, I can't.
I love Fat Bow Wow.
He's been through too much, man. We got to get that better pass.
No, he's seen a lot.
He's seen a lot.
I'm pretty sure.
Bori, you want to tell the people where they can find you?
Yeah, Cool Guy Jokes 87 on Instagram. I'm currently on tour. I got all kinds of places coming up: Indianapolis, Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati, Morgantown, West Virginia, New York, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, a bunch of weird places. Go to bringdavidaplate.com. And yeah, come out. Oh, also, we're doing My Mama Told Me as part of the High Plains Comedy Festival, Denver, Colorado, Friday
Yeah, it's that Friday the 22nd, I believe.
at 7.
Okay, then you know more than me.
Put your hands up again. At 8. At 8 at the Skylark Lounge. Go to highplainscomedyfestival.com for tickets.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Goddamn, you.
That felt like Michael Jordan in Space Jam. He was just reading the card off the screen and shit.
Oh, you mean incredible acting? You mean a tour de force?
Yeah,
Look,
but
the man gave it his all.
And it wasn't very much.
It wasn't a lot, but he gave everything he had and somehow was still better than LeBron as an updated version of the thing.
Papp is not with you on that. I think LeBron is a better actor than Michael, too.
Guys,
come on.
guys, I don't think, I think we would be absurd to suggest even for a second that the performance in Space Jam 1 was somehow worse than LeBron's performance in Space Jam 2.
Oh, no, that's not correct.
You think Space Jam 2 gives a better showing as an actor?
100%.
Yeah.
I didn't think this was even.
Wow.
I didn't know this was even up for
We could
debate.
love Michael Jordan, but we don't like. He was a better baseball player than he is an actor. Like,
Yeah, for
I
sure.
couldn't disagree more. I think the comedic timing he showed with Bugs Bunny and Bill Murray was
What?
I think he never stepped on a single joke. The movie stayed funny despite how awful he was.
I wish this didn't come up at the end.
Was Space let's just have the conversation. We've got time. Let's be honest. Was Space Jam 2 funny at any point in the film?
That's not what we're talking
When
about.
LeBron was in the film, could he land a single joke?
yes, his hair.
Boom! As the kids used to say, he's on fire. I'm steepling my hands because I feel like this will help me win the argument.
Okay, please.
I also don't have a point. Here's the thing. I feel like as just an actor, LeBron is unquestionably a better actor than Michael Jordan.
That's not my argument.
Okay, continue.
I don't disagree with you. I think LeBron is probably a better actor than Michael Jordan. He was pretty good in Trainwreck. I'm saying that pound for pound, Michael Jordan gave a better performance in Space Jam 1 than LeBron gave in Space Jam 2.
I got to go back and watch that, but I don't. My gut tells me that I don't believe you.
I don't recommend rewatching either film. I think that they're bad for your liver.
I mean, the second one was a tough watch. They
It
even
is
pulled
not
Don
good.
Cheadle in, and somehow it still sucked.
It's big bad.
I like bad movies.
I love bad movies, and I love Michael Jordan. I just wish he would look at the camera when he say his lines.
Listen,
You want him staring down the barrel when he says
I'd rather that than that nigga looking up to read.
it? All right. Well, agree to disagree. Anyway, you can follow me at Langston Kerman on whatever the fuck you decide to follow me on, and I have some shows coming up. October 13th and 14th, I'll be at the House of Comedy in New Westminster, and then October 20th and 21st, I'll be at Dead Crow in Wilmington, North Carolina. And then Burlington, Vermont, I'll be there November 10th and November 11th. And then finally, November 17th and 18th, I'll be at Hyenas Comedy Club in Dallas, Texas. Please come out, support Support live goddamn comedy. And as always, if you want to send us your own drops, your own conspiracy theories, if you want to accuse the white people of being aliens in that video and you have sufficient evidence to do it, send it all to mymommapod@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. And that should cover everything. Bye, bitch.
I want you to know this. If your prayers include me to stop drinking, stop smoking, and stop having fun, and stop watching these little bitches pop their ass, if your prayers include any of those things, they're not going to work because I'm rejecting them all, and I will be continuing in my same wicked ass motherfucking ways. I guess that's the way you want to put it.